he's a delusional man. He's been one, but to be fair to Kevin Feige, what else is he supposed to do? You are the head honcho. Everybody knows that the buck stops with you, really with all of Marvel. This includes the books, considering that he got that promotion that he did. So the buck stops with him. And that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to hype up his brand and all of that. But I don't know if he actually believes this. Maybe he is actually delusional. But MovieWeb reported something that he said that I found that was incredibly interesting. So, this whole Marvel thing that is going to be dropping, I don't know when, but it's going to be centered around, of course, Carol Danvers. I don't know if they're going into the next phase trying to center it around her. Monica Rambeau, they already screwed up. Kamala Khan is going to be a part of it as well. And he had this to say. And when I read this back to you, you're going to be like, I think as even normies, even people that, let's say, maybe not agree with some of the things it is that we say, maybe they think that we're too harsh on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You have to agree that this is absolutely insane. This is what he says. He says, the Marvels is picking up directly after the end of Captain Marvel 1, not in timeline, but in story. We also do that in our upcoming Disney Plus series, Secret Invasion, and those are two very different follow-ups to that movie. Tonally, they couldn't be more different. But there's something immense. Listen to this. He says, but there's something immensely powerful about seeing Monica and Kamala and Carol together in a frame. To me, it's only akin to the first Avengers movie and seeing the six of them in frame. It is chill inducing. They're so great together, and they have all different histories with one another. Well, Monica Rambeau already got screwed up as a character. To have them, I was one of the few that even went to bat for her like that when I actually cared for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Marvel Comics. Most people didn't know who Monica Rambeau was, whether it be as Monica Rambeau or Captain Marvel or Spectrum or whoever. They didn't know who she was, but I remember being so just like, what in the hell am I watching? When I was in that studio, I always joked about wanting to throw my chicken strips at the deal with two reasons. One, they screwed up Marvel. Right, we know that, the tokenization of Marvel and Marvel not even being Marvel. And then you had the Monica Rambeau situation where you had her looking up to freaking Carol Danvers of all people, which is not anything that has ever happened in the comic books, and it would be criminal if it ever did in terms of a retcon. But they are doing it live action, and I think it's because they're pushing really this character. And they do need other characters to validate her existence. You remember the whole thing that Thor said, I like this one. That was all to, hey, the character that you guys likes her. You guys have to like her as well. But imagine being so crazy that you think when that was when the magic was starting to happen with Marvel. When you saw the actual Avengers team link up, fighting in the same frame, and Hulk and from everybody, Thor and Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, all these characters. And it was something special because it was a build up to it, right? When you had the Iron Man movies, you had the Captain America movie, and what have you, and then you see these characters all link up, and it was something special. For this guy to be like, well, it's gonna be equivalent, or it's the only thing that's comparable to it, I guess it says two things. It says that you're out of your mind, but it also says that you aren't able to capture that magic really anymore, that you think that this is even remotely in the same stratosphere of what that's going to be. The characters don't have the weight that they have. Carol Danvers as a character, it doesn't matter if you like how I feel about the movie or how I feel about the character. It's divisive at minimum. The other characters were not as divisive. That's not to say everybody liked every movie that came out in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's not what it is that I'm claiming. What I'm saying is that it was almost unanimous in the fact that the characters themselves maybe were characters that people were generally fond of. Yes, you're going to have outliers, but that's not what you got with like the person that you're putting out in front with Brie Larson's Carol Danvers. She's divisive. You got people that, they're of course going to say she's the best thing ever, but there's a big, large swath of people, just big body of people that are like, dude, they want nothing to do with this character. They think she's not the right person to even play in that role of a Miss Marvel, or whether she's Captain Marvel here. And it's just not things that people are really interested in. You saw even the viewership with like a a character like Miss Marvel that they have now and Kamala Khan, there's no intrigue there. Nobody's interested like that to where you can even compare it. But it says that these guys are in dire straits. I don't know why they went behind this character like that, but that's what it is that they wanted. That's what they're going to get. And Kevin Feige, yeah, he's got to look. It's his brand, right? You work for the company. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hype it up. But ain't nobody buying this. Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.